want to thank you for viewing MaximumProfits.com. My name is Archie Johnson, and I am the veteran and creator of the website and the technology behind the Holy Grail Profit Trailer Magic Strat. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to myself, to the reason why I've gone ahead and had my truck wrapped like this. And to be honest with you, the reason why I did it is because I wanted to grab as much attention from you, people who see this vehicle and then go to this website to finally get an opportunity to meet me. I realize that credibility is the most important thing that you could possibly have, and without the credibility, you cannot sell a business or sell yourself or sell anything. You have to have credibility. My credibility started back in 1995 when in September I created an idea for airlines, hotels, rental cars, gas, and groceries. And while this may already start to ring a bell with you, back in September of 1995 when I created the idea off of what was called at the time, and I did not know this, any legal paper airplane scheme. What I in effect had actually done was drop the price of airline tickets from $600 down to $300 by allowing you to name your own price. And I used William Shatner as my host. But unfortunately, in late February of 1996, I got hired on by a private country club. I won't name them at the moment. And I will tell you that while at that private country club, I was seeking a silent investor for this idea of airlines, hotels, rental cars, gas, and groceries. An internet company that would go beyond any other internet company before it. Now, while this may seem unbelievable, again, the storyline about all this is credibility. So the first thing I want to do is prove myself to you. The gentleman that I had sued was worth at the time, and I did not know this, $20 million. He's now a billionaire because of me. He had hired the largest attorney firm here in the state of Florida, known as White & Case LLP. I have sought over 375 attorneys back then. Not one would take my case because my poor man's copyrights, I no longer held them. The company had gotten my idea patented in September of 1996 when the ideas were stolen as early as April of 1996. This is the end result. I'm holding in my hand a book that is a little more than an inch thick. The binder of the case that I filed on December 26th of 2001. The credibility in all this, I did not see the judge once. I saw the judge twice. The reason why I'm able to show this to you is because it was dismissed without prejudice both times. I did not go in front of the judge a third time as I was held liable as my own attorney, and I did not want to be held liable for his expenses if I'd gone up in front of that judge a third time and failed, or otherwise to this very day, I would still be paying his attorney fees. They're quite expensive, I can guarantee you that. White & Case LLP out of Florida was his attorneys, and I went against him on my own. The reason why I was able to see the judge a second time was I was able to prove that it was not beyond the statutes of limitations. The statutes of limitations wouldn't have expired if I indeed could acknowledge that I knew that the theft had occurred in April of 1996. I say that because from April of 1996 you have 5 years. April of 1997, April of 1998, April of 1999, April of 2000, April of 2001, 5 years. I would have been beyond the statute of limitations if I could concede that I knew that the idea was stolen in April of 1996. Again, April of 2001 is 5 years. I filed on December 26th of 2001. That's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I filed 8 months after, and I cited in front of the judge that I was seeking attorneys for the wrongdoing of the theft from September, October, November, December of 2000 to no avail. I couldn't get the help I was seeking. That I acknowledged that I recognized that the theft occurred as early as April 9th of 1998. The reason why this matters: 98 to 99, April of 99 to 2000, April of 2000 to 2001, April of 2000 to 2002, April of 2000 to April of 2003. I was within the statute of limitations when I filed the wrongdoing of the theft of my claims. Keep in mind, I am not an attorney in the state of Florida, but because I could not get an attorney, I had to fight for what was mine. It was my brainchild. For 22 years, I never thought that I would ever come up with another idea. Because not only was that idea stolen from me, it was cultivated. The idea I would share with you in person as to what all happened here. In that booklet, you could see much more than that. But it's not because I want to defame the company that is, in existence. I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to defame anybody else because of this. It's a learning experience. What it has taught me was to protect that which I have much more securely. What you're going to find out here right now is that if you don't have credibility, you can't sell yourself. I am credible. I'm proving that to you. All you have to do is ask me to allow you to give me your email so that I can put you in my back of the house database here at Maximum Profits, so I can send you a link so that you can create your own password and view the first 4 or 5 pages of that lawsuit, and you will understand that I, Archie N. Johnson III, am who I say I am. I've had many friends who told me, Archie, you're going to come up with another idea. And I can tell you straight up, I never thought that I would come up with another idea. What I have discovered, I find that everyone I know wants and needs. But I can't just give it away, because if I give this away, it's going to get stolen, number one. Too many people are going to use it, number two. And number three, it will render the very thing that I created it for useless. This is why I charge a fee for it. Through the years in the military, I was in the United States Navy as a cryptologic technical technician. I was in E4 over 4 years, from 1981 to 1985. During that time, I was a cryptologist, a cryptologic technical technician in the United States Navy, and I was in support of our fleet and national consumers against the foreign and domestic enemies. Thoroughly enjoyed my job. I was in charge of multi-billion-dollar computer networks in a computer network environment. I was trusted with a top-secret TKSI clearance, and I had learned as much as I could possibly know about putting computers in a network. And by 2008, I am now a certified systems engineer for Microsoft. I have a server in Singapore's data exchange that I set up, and I want to do the same thing for you. I have it set up next to the Binance exchange, which is where my cryptology coins, my cryptographic coins, cryptocurrencies, digital cryptocurrencies, if you will, are being traded with a robot. And that robot is using a set of strategies or algorithms that I created along with 2 other individuals giving us input. Okay? One out of Port Charlotte, Florida, who is a programmer by trade, many years, degreed, and is a high school teacher. A gentleman who's a day trader out of Australia, whom I met about a month ago down in Miami, and myself. All 3 of us programmed the strategies that my company is now selling. And you will understand further why I'm offering this to you. But what I can tell you right now, if you trust me and you trust the credibility issue that I put in front of you, and you find out that I am who I say I am, because I saw the judge twice and it was dismissed without prejudice twice, even while the gentleman screamed prejudice. I mean, I literally cited a lot of information here because I was fighting to win. I don't consider myself having lost. That binder I've held for over 22 years when I've thrown everything else away. Distraught, depressed, distressed, having anxiety, and I can tell you that I've overcome that. Here's why. I've learned that by June 21st of next year, that's roughly 7 months from now, as this is being recorded on December 2nd of 2018. By June 21st of 2019, the Ethereum digital cryptocurrency, which is currently running at around $116 a coin, is going to be worth $20,490 a piece. What I'm saying to you is, if you invest $116 today, 7 months from now, $116 is going to turn into $20,490. I've also got proof of the chart in which I will show you. Okay, but it's much more than that. I found a robot to trade my cryptocurrencies with because it's much more efficient than if I'm doing it manually on my own. I can't afford the time to sit in front of a computer screen all day, every day. And I was only trading in XRP, Ripple, and eventually Ethereum. Ripple I started August 25th of last year, 2017. And in Ethereum right around March of this year, 2018. And I couldn't get any sleep at night, okay? Looking at my phone constantly. I got a robot specifically for that reason, so that I could go to sleep. During the first 3 weeks of me using this robot, I realized that there was something wrong with it. Not the robot itself, but with the way it operates, okay? The robot is known as the Prophet Trailer. It was created by Elroy out of the Netherlands. It is an awesome robot. I stand behind it 100,000%. You can Google the Prophet Trailer all you want. You're going to find a lot of people that are going to show you these robots, and you're going to see a picture of them in the background talking about this robot. It's almost like they're selling themselves, okay? Not that I'm not doing the same thing here. I've proven my credibility. You know who I am. And you know that I'm the idea man behind the airlines, hotels, rental cars, gas, and groceries back in September of 1995. You know that I stood in front of a judge twice in order to prove who I am. And did not win the case, but held on to this paperwork and didn't realize I would need it to this very day to prove who I am. 22 years. I'm very thankful that I'm still around, still sane, and was still trying to find the next available idea, not knowing I would stumble upon it. I got this robot, and after 3 weeks of finding that something was wrong with it, I sought an add-on to improve the programming. It took me over 5 months to get that programming completed, and as of September 11th of 2018, this program is now complete. I've been posting it on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I understand how important it is to have a video because most people just do not want to read. We are all, by nature, very lazy. What I'm telling you is, I got this robot when everyone else was screaming robots are scams online. I found out about this robot during those scamish comments when I would not buy a robot because of it. My friend out of Port Charlotte, Florida said, "Hey Arch, I understand you're trading cryptocurrencies. You need to check this robot out." And from that moment, I spent 16 hours online from like 8 o'clock at night until 12 o'clock the next morning, trying to determine if this was the right thing for me. And I found out that this was a robot I could trust, okay? And after I got the robot, I said for 3 weeks I was running the strategies and I found something wasn't right. Well, I'm going to prove to you, even to this very day, that their strategies that they've created for this robot are wrong. And the reason why I'm creating this video is because I was creating 4 separate programs for myself so that I could win this cryptocurrency trading of strategies. And I realized that when I was posting in a chat room, my results, they were far superior than everyone else's. That it literally got me banned from their chat room 3 times. I was allowed back in twice, but the owner of the robot did not want to shake up his management team by, letting me back in a 3rd time. I understood that. 2 of my friends, like I said, one in Australia, one in Port Charlotte, Florida, They both still can get in that chat room, and that's all that matters to me. They'll tell you the same thing. You get this robot, and you're in that chat room, you're going to hear people, they're saying, what's the best strat to run today? What strat's working for you? What program strat should I be running? And none of them are working. But have no fear. The reason why this video exists is because I created a program that works for me. It works for that guy in Port Charlotte, Florida. It's working for the guy in Australia. And because it is working for the three of us, it will work for you. You don't have to learn programming. See, I heard too many people telling me, and I spent countless hours trying to help them with their strategies without giving them mine. I've helped them, one guy, for over 2 hours, and ultimately when that was said and done, he didn't take my advice at all. He doesn't know my background. He doesn't know where I came from. What I'm telling you is, get the robot, because the robot is an excellent program. Let me help you to install it on a server in Singapore, right next to the Binance exchange. Let me help you to put your money, you're going to use your money, I'm not going to hold your money. You're going to move your money into Coinbase or into CoinMama. I'll show you either one. And then you move them to the Binance exchange under your own account. And then I will help you set up your robot and use those API exchanges from Binance so that you can trade with your robot on the Binance exchange as if you were sitting in front of your computer, but you won't be sitting there. You'll be doing what I'm doing, enjoying life on the beach somewhere. What the robot does is I trade in Ethereum. Bitcoin is the picture that you see right here, Bitcoin. And yes, it will reach 20 grand again and go higher. I'm in Ethereum because I believe Ethereum is going to beat Bitcoin, ultimately because it's more than just a store of value. Ethereum also has smart contracts, DAOs, distributed apps, and on top of that, Ethereum, as I said, is going to reach 20,490 a coin and go higher. By June 21st, it will reach 20,490. I know this, and I want to show you in the next couple of videos somewhere that fact, that it's going to reach $20,490 a coin. And the reason why I'm doing this is I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help everyone make money. Just like I took the airlines to drop those prices back in 1995 and before, from 600 down to 300. I want to help you with a strategy that works so that you're not losing money hand over fist like the others are, and then find out that no matter what kind of strat you buy, you can go online and buy another one. It's not going to work. Okay, I've seen the guys hawking a strategy for like $349. But they don't, and they're going to tell you that you're going to make between 4% and 18% daily. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I am not going to guarantee you a percentage on a daily basis is what you're going to earn. I can't do that, but they did. 4%, 18%. I know it not to be true, but if you didn't know it and you had this robot and you found that your strats weren't working, where are you going to go? You're going to go on the internet and you're going to be looking for a strategy that works. And what's going to happen is you're going to spend money on another strategy only to find out that it works in uptrended markets, but it doesn't work when the markets are going down. The reason why it doesn't work is because it's a linear bot. It only works in a sideways market. It doesn't understand levels of markets going up or levels of markets going down. They're going to tell you use dollar cost averaging with a calculator to determine how many coins you can own and how much you can spend on the coin. But I'm going to tell you right now that I learned that that was also a flawed issue, okay? Money management is important, and when I was following their rules and I was only using 1% of my capital, I bogged down or bagged down my robot. I was unable to trade just like they were, and I felt hopeless. At one point, I thought my strategy was so great, I went ahead and panic sold after the first 3 weeks and started over as of May 20th. But to be honest with you, from May 20th until September 11th, while the market was still going down, I was programming this robot in the 4 different strategies, 4 different algorithms, and 4 different file settings for 5 months straight. You will spend lots and lots and lots of money if you don't take my advice. My advice is to get my Strat. The reason why is it's using seriously responsible money management. I can't explain on a video why it is that I'm doing it, because it is proprietary technology that I developed. But if you trust me and you get my strategy, I will share with you exactly as I install this on your computer. Hopefully it's not your computer at home, because we live in the lightning capital of the world. The power can go out, or you can have a hurricane here and not trade for 18 days straight. This is why my server is in Singapore, and I advise you to do the same. Yes, it cost me $40 a month for that server, but guess what? If I left my computer on here 24/7, it would cost me $40 a month having it here. Would you rather have your computer here where somebody can come in and steal it from you? Or would you like to have it in Singapore in a data warehouse exchange protected by armed guards where nobody's going to get in and steal your robot? This is why I have it on the Singapore exchange. I consider that to be insurance. Insurance against hurricanes and insurance against power failures. I'm day trading 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's something you cannot do in stocks. As of the time of this video, I'm at about roughly 15.49% gains in 82 days. You tell me where else you can do that kind of percentage in gains. And this isn't gains that I'm going to lose or give back. This isn't money that's going to disappear and go down to zero. If you follow me on Facebook or you see me on my LinkedIn accounts and you see me posting this information daily, you can acknowledge what I've been saying all along, that I'm growing Ethereum and my percentage gained is increasing on a daily basis. I'm not going to make a guarantee as to what that percentage will ultimately become, but I can tell you that the Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund is about to be approved, and it's going to be the first one of 9 applications that were denied. This is going to be the first one that finally gets approved. And it was expected that sometime in the middle of December we're going to hear about it, but that's got pushed into January, around the 19th of next year, 2019. I am predicting that between January, middle of January of next year, 2019, which is 1 month away, and late February of 2019, the first Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund is going to be approved by the Securities Exchange Commission of the United States. What that's going to do is cause the millionaires and the billionaires who can finally now have a regulated exchange for this ETF to be able to put their money in where they're guaranteed insurance against their losses. Right now, Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies are considered to be trading in the wild, wild west. Once Bitcoin is regulated, fear of missing out is going to cause a lot of you to want to jump in at the last minute. You might get 100% of your returns, and then you're going to lose everything because the coin's going to go back down. You don't know anything about a robot. You don't have the right programming. You don't have the right know-how or the right people in your community or in your group. I created this so that I can create a local community here in Port St. Lucie, Florida, and beyond. I've created multiple systems for this idea that will help you not only make money in trading cryptocurrencies, but it will also help you to make money on the side, showing other people exactly what I have. By doing that, seeing is believing. When they see what you have and they want what you have, you will have paid for your own strategy, you will ultimately have paid for your own robot, and you will earn at least $137.49 every time someone else has bought this strategy and allowed me to help them install it. I am giving so much to you because I believe by giving I shall receive. I'm asking you to seek not that which you see, but that which you cannot see. I'm asking you to have just a little bit of faith, just like that of a mustard seed, and be able to say to the mountain, be removed, and therefore it will be. I realize that all of us are working very hard at living life, but we're all walking around with our eyes wide open, and we are sleepwalking as to what's about to happen next. The reason I say this is because as the United States, and not everyone knows this, but we are over $21.8 trillion in debt, and we're also over $118 trillion in debt for unfunded liabilities like Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. How are you going to be able to retire? We're all worried about how we're going to make it today, living paycheck to paycheck and not getting anywhere in life. And I'm about to tell you that my 23 to 25 coins currently within 7 months is going to make me worth $500,000 off of a $2,500 investment. It sounds like it's insane. I've been saying it all along. This chart that I'm going to show you is going to prove it. But let me again say, the Exchange Traded Fund, the millionaires and the billionaires are going to throw their money in it hand over fist. They're going to buy up all that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and the price of these coins are going to skyrocket. And while you don't understand a thing about cryptocurrencies, if you understand anything about stocks, this is highly similar, except you're trading in them 24/7. And yes, while they'll tell you that they're highly volatile, I can tell you that that's how you make your money. If you're in a stock market and it's not volatile, You're not getting swing trades. You're not going to make any money at all. I trust my robot to make my trades for me. I don't know what coin to buy. I don't know when to sell. I don't know what to buy or when to buy. But I've created a responsible trader strategy, and I call it the Holy Grail Strats. The Holy Grail Profit Trailer Magic Strats. Because this free robot called the Profit Trailer Magic application controls my Profit Trailer robot, and instead of a linear bot, it's now non-linear, and instead of a one-way sideways market, it trades 4 up, 4 down, and 1 sideways. It is a 9 different market robot. It trades all of these coins when you're in a linear situation the same way. All coins are treated the same. The way my program works, every coin is treated differently. Each one is irrespective of any other coin, and it is in its own market. It's called SMS, Single Market Settings. The Single Market Settings has made this strategy for this robot more powerful than I had even made it, that I elevated my friend out of Port Charlotte, Florida in my personal chat room, which I will give you a private invite link only to if you join Maximum Profits. You'll be able to communicate with me 24/7 by cell phone. If you have to call me at 3 a.m. in the morning, tell me you have a problem with your resolve, I'm going to be able to answer it. I'm not a stockbroker. I don't give financial advice. All I can tell you is I wrote a program and it is working for me, and I demonstrate daily that it will work for you. Okay? And on top of that, I'm able to share it with you if you become a Maximum Profits member. I'm literally selling that strategy so that you can make money and not have to worry about whether it's responsible, irresponsible, if it's going to work or if it's not going to work, because it's working. You're going to get in on the ground floor because there's only like 5 people in my organization right now. And currently I'm selling the strategy at a very low price, but it's going to cap out at a higher price. I guarantee you that. The reason why I'll be doing that is because I don't trust anyone else to install your robot for you other than me. So I'm going to be quite busy setting up these robots and installing them day in and day out. I'll be quite exhausted. As the demand for my product gets more people wanting it, I'm going to start raising my price. But keep in mind, if you are a affiliate advisor of Maximum Profits, you will earn 25% of whatever that current membership Strat price is at that time. So when the Strat price, as an example, goes up to $1,799.99, you will earn, and without a calculator here, roughly, let me just double check, I don't want to guess. Open calculator. Open calculator. You'll earn $449.99. Make it an even $450 just for having told someone about this product. Once I raise the price up to $1799.99, you'll make $450 every time someone buys it and has heard it because of you. I will explain how that all works as well at a time that's appropriate. But for right now, what I want you to know is you're on the ground floor. You have 7 months ahead of you where the coin is about to skyrocket and take off. I want to show you the chart, show you the robot, show you the add-on that I'm using. I can't show you the strategy because you don't own the strategy. But once you own it, I will show you everything you need to know about it. And I'm looking forward to showing you the next video, which is only 2 minutes long, that explains what blockchain technology is, just so you can get an idea under your belt as to what it is you're about to get yourself into. But keep in mind, the federal government and the 21.8 trillion and the 117 trillion in unfunded liabilities that I'm talking about, the government spends over $4 billion a year just taking your dollar bills and shredding them up to make new dollar bills, because these bills have been handled by too many people, are crinkled up, tore up, and need to be burnt and then replenished. The federal government's about to go to a cryptocurrency themselves. It's going to be called the Fed coin, and you can Google that. Okay? The Fed coin. Central banks, about 97% of the central banks around the globe right now are considering changing their lirs and their yuans and their yens and all the different currencies that they have into cryptocurrencies, and they're going to follow suit with the United States. And when that occurs, you're going to find out about cryptocurrencies then, or you're going to find out about cryptocurrencies now. If you're on the ground floor like I am right now, and you are trading your coins right now, when the millionaires and the billionaires start to trade on March 1st of next year, you're already in. That coin's going to go up to this price up here, and that's when I expect you to want to sell. When you're making money, and the fear of missing out and the others go in, it's going to go a little bit higher, and at some point in time it's going to turn again. I can tell you, as of January, Bitcoin was worth 20,000, and I was watching it when it was only worth 4,000. This coin's at only 116 roughly, and it's about to go to 20,500. And I'm going to show you exactly how that's going to occur, but the next video you're about to watch is only 2 minutes long. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you will enjoy all future videos that I've created for maximum profits. Enjoy your day.